here's our frog, his two eyes, his two external nares holes. If we open up his mouth, on the inside, the top of the roof of the mouth, you can see the two internal nares holes. He's got some like little teeth all along the outside edge of his mouth here. Not a huge amount of teeth. They're eating their food pretty whole. And you can see how the tongue works. So it's sitting in here, and this is the part we think of being the tip of the tongue, but it's actually, this back part of the tongue hinges out. There's a big muscle like that, and it hinges out, goes cloop, sticks onto something, and then comes back in again, which is kind of neat. I found the other lung, and it's got a very distinctive texture to it. And if I open it up, you can see all the little net of network to get oxygen into all the little spots. It's kind of neat little lung. I'm currently peeling that pericardium off of the heart so that we could hear quite clearly. I don't know which way is upside down for you guys. Hear quite clearly. There's that conus arteriosus and those two major arteries coming up from the truncus arteriosus. So the blood is coming out of the ventricle into that conus arteriosus and up those two main arteries. So both of these blue bulbs here, that's both the right ventricle. And just this little bit is the left ventricle. The blood from the lungs is coming into that left atrium. Sorry guys, both of these is the right atrium. The blood is coming out of the lungs into that left atrium, into this ventricle, which is much more muscular, and then up through that conus arteriosus out this artery to the body, and then it's coming back in, and the pericardium is still attached on the back here. I haven't peeled it all off, but it's coming back in to through the sinus venosus, which I have sort of destroyed, into our right atrium. And this whole back thing here is all right atrium. Back into the heart, and then up through that conus arteriosus again, and this time going out this artery. So that spiral valve in that conus arteriosus does a good job of making a membrane through here where half of it goes this way and half of it goes this way. And because the blood from this side is coming in on this side, it typically hits, because the blood from this atrium is typically on this side of the ventricle, it typically goes up that side of the conus arteriosus. There is some blood mixing, but the majority of it stays in track. And same for the right atrium, the majority of the blood stays on this side, and because of that spiral valve, stays into that artery. It is a neat system.